Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. This is Book Nice 10. Hitting y'all with a video response to my man Trevor Harris 881. He's putting together a little poll to see which are the top 10 greatest Marvel Legends of all time. You know, a lot of people have done their top 10 Marvel Legends. This is something that's been done a lot in the past. Something that I personally have never done. So this is a good opportunity for me to add this video to my channel and give you my thoughts and ideas on my 10 favorite Marvel Legends. But I also wanted to just bring some attention to his video because I like the way he's doing the polling system, and I just want to get some more people from the Marvel Legends community involved, and you know, use the power of some of the subs that I have to just go on his video and put your top 10 or do a video response, either or. I'm doing a video response because, you know, I just want to kind of show off some of the figures, and like I said, it's a good opportunity to just add this to my channel. So here's my top. All right, so my number 10 figure is going to be Iron Fist. Just an excellent figure all around. This was released in the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure series from Toy Biz. I'm going to pick all Marvel Legends. I'm not going to try to do any X-Men Classics or Fantastic Four Classics, although the rules state that you can do that. But I need to make it a little easier, and I'm going to just narrow it down to just true Toy Biz or Hasbro Marvel Legends. But my number 10 pick is Iron Fist just because he's so comic accurate, great paint application, and the number one thing about this figure is the articulation. That's what really sold me on this figure, and what really makes it one of my favorites. Just so many cool poses you can get him into, and he came with some nice accessories, although I don't have them featured right here. But this is definitely one of my faves right here, Iron Fist. My number 9 guy is going to be Taskmaster, one of my favorite Marvel Legends. Only qualm that I have about this figure is that there were some it was produced in lower quantities, and some of them, a very large percentage of the ones that were released had some bad paint applications. Now overall, if you get a good one where the paint is applied properly, then it's an excellent figure. But I actually was able to get a decent one, but I have seen some with some terrible paint applications. Either way, overall, this is an excellent figure. It comes with a ton of accessories: the gun, the shield, the sword, the sheath for the sword, the little billy club thing. The hood is removable. The likeness on the head sculpt is just amazing. I mean, it's very comic accurate, and it has excellent articulation and posability, and he looks great standing side by side with Deadpool or any of the other characters or what have you. So my number 9 guy is going to be Taskmaster. Alright, so my number 8 guy is going to be Nightcrawler. This is Series 10, Toy Biz issue Series 10, the Sentinel series. One of the best all-around series in my opinion. I think pretty much every figure that came out of that series was very well done. That's one of Toy Biz's best series in my personal opinion. I love this figure, man. This is one of my favorites of all time, and really the figure is pretty simple as far as the paint, but they got it on point. Very comic accurate. The articulation on this figure is out of this world. The tail is posable, the toe tips are posable, the fingers are posable. Everything about this figure is great. The head sculpt is amazing. I love the way the face looks on this figure, the ears, the hair, the shading in the hair. I just love posing this figure. I love putting his figures in displays, and this is just a great likeness of Nightcrawler, man. One of my favorites of all time. So number 8 is going to be Nightcrawler. And then number 7 is going to be the Series 6 Toy Biz issue Wolverine. Now, originally in Series 3, they introduced Wolverine in his yellow and blue uniform, but that figure was too big. They got it right in Series 6 as far as the size is concerned. Wolverine's a short dude. And I think that the series, the Apocalypse series Wolverine is a really nice figure, but even that one's a little too small. There's so many different Wolverines out there with different sizes. I think this one and the Wolverine, the Weapon X Wolverine are pretty much the right size for Wolverine. But I love the brown costume Wolverine. This is great for classic 80s X-Men team or a classic Wolverine and Hulk fight. I just love this version of this costume. I love the way the face looks on this figure with the little snarl. I like the detail that they put on his arms with the veins. Just an all-around figure. And this mold was ended up used 2 more times by Hasbro in that Red Hulk series. They put him in his classic yellow and blue. and with the right size, and then they used them again for the black and gold, which was not really comic accurate as far as the costume is concerned, but a lot of people use that figure to customize them into the X-Force colors. So my number 8 and my number 7 figures are gonna be Nightcrawler and Wolverine. So definitely some of my favorite Marvel Legends of all times right here. My number 6 guy is going to be the Hulk from the Toy Biz Face Off series. Another figure out of the Face Off series. Those series of 2-packs from Toy Biz were just very, very well done. Just excellent detail on every figure. To this day, Hasbro has not lived up to that status quo with those 2-packs. Hasbro's 2-packs have been good, but nowhere near the amount of definition that was put into Toy Biz's 2-packs some years ago. So this is one of the best Hulks ever produced, in my opinion, in any line, and definitely the best 6-inch Hulk ever. And there's have been so many really good Hulks in 6-inch form. Like, I mean, the entire Hulk Classics line was really good. It's some other good Hulks out there, but this is by far the best ever. Everything about this figure is just sick. The head sculpt is nice. The muscle mass, the size of this guy in comparison with other people and other characters is spot on. The pants, they look like almost real denim jeans ripped. The definition and the muscles, the articulation. Again, Toy Biz never ceases to amaze me what the amount of articulation they could put into some of the bigger figures. The only thing that they that was lacking in this figure, in my opinion, was a ab crunch or ab articulation. But even without that, at least they still gave him a waist joint, and he still had a huge amount of points of articulation for such a massive figure. So my number 6 guy is going to be the Face-Off Hulk. Now this is the variant, which has more of an angry open mouth. The regular version has more of a aloof look on his face, but either way, both sculpts are pretty much the same, just the head sculpt is different. But one of my favorites of all time. I would never give this figure up. I would never trade it. In fact, I would love to get 2 more of each version. So the Face-Off Hulk at number 6. Alright, so my number 5 guy is going to be the Toy Biz issued Face-Off Captain America. So this was in a 2-pack released by Toy Biz almost towards the end of their run. One of the best versions of Captain America ever produced, in my opinion. Just an all-around amazing figure. I don't care if you prefer this version or if you prefer the version without the mask, the variant to that guy. Either or, best Captain America ever produced. I love how the mesh looks at the top of the uniform, how it looks so realistic. The paint application all around on this figure is great. The head sculpt with the mask is great, without the mask is great. Just a very, very accurate adaptation of Steve Rogers. The shield was put together perfectly. The star was perfect. The lines are perfect. Everything about this figure is just amazing, and it's so well articulated. I mean, you could get this guy into some amazing poses, and I love the size of the figure too. I mean, I think they got his size really accurate. The muscle mass accurate. Sometimes I judge figures with how they look side by side with other figures too. So even though the Giant Man series Thor was a little small in my opinion, he's still larger than his Captain America, as he should be. And Captain America is still a little larger than Iron Man in that particular armor, as he should be. Depending on what armor Iron Man is in, I think Captain America should still be just about the same size or a little bigger or what have you. So I think they got that on point, and I just think this is an amazing figure, man. Definitely one of my favorites of all time. So number 5 is going to be Cap. Number 4 guy is going to be the Juggernaut. There's no way that you can put your top 10 Marvel Legends figures together. And this is just my favorites in my personal opinion, but I really don't think it's any way that you could put together a top 10 Marvel Legends list without having the Juggernaut as part of that top 10. This is one of the best 6-inch scale figures ever produced, in my opinion. Just the sheer size of this guy. I mean, you got all of this plastic in one clamshell for $9.99, man. This is the glory days of Toy Biz, when they were giving you a lot for a little. We found out in later years that that's part of the reason why Toy Biz couldn't retain the license for Marvel Legends or what have you, is because they was actually losing money on the line and giving you so much for so little, and that's why they ended up having to give it over to Hasbro. But this is part of the glory days of when they were giving you so much for so little. Just everything about this figure is amazing. My only one problem that I have with this figure is the helmet is removable, which is great, but I don't like that when it's on, it's not as sturdy as it possibly could be. But that head sculpt is amazing. The detail on this figure is amazing, and the amount of articulation that they give to such a massive figure is just out of this world, man. Definitely one of my favorite figures throughout any line ever, and one of my top Marvel Legends of all time. So Juggernaut at number 4. Alright, so my number 3 guy is going to be Toy Biz issue Deadpool. I've really grown to appreciate this figure even more with the release of the Hasbro version of this figure. If I'm not mistaken, this was the first time that an alternative head was introduced in the Marvel Legends line. And I mean, it's just a complete figure, just an amazing figure all around. Paint application is on point. The comic likeness is on point. The articulation is out of this world. The accessories that you got with them, I mean, interchangeable heads, the 2 swords, the 2 sides, the 2 machine guns, the pistol, the detail that they put in on his harness with the grenades and the pockets, and it's just an all-around complete excellent figure from Toy Biz. And like I said, with the release of the new Deadpool, I've really grown to appreciate this figure even more. Because, you know, Hasbro did drop the ball on a few things in the new Deadpool figure. Even though I do really like that figure, this one is still superior and still one of the most sought after Marvel Legends and one of my favorites of all time. So my number 3 guys is Deadpool. My number 2 guy is going to be the Giant Man Builder figure. This is still one of the hardest Builder figures to complete, being that it was a Walmart exclusive and you had to get the most amount of figures ever to complete a Builder figure. And this is just one of the best, the most detailed Builder figures. I think my man Glenn had made a comment about the face and how detailed the face is, and that's really one of the key things about this figure is that head sculpt. Not to mention that they gave it crazy articulation for such a large figure, and it's a figure that can go really well in scale with Marvel Legends and still look like Giant Man, and it can go excellent with Marvel Universe as well. So this continues to be my favorite Builder figure of all time and one of my all-time favorite Marvel Legends figures. Great paint apps, excellent articulation, awesome, amazing head sculpt, and just an all-around beautiful figure, man. So my number 2 guy is the Giant Man Builder. My number 1 guy is gonna be the Spider-Man from the Fearsome Foes box set. Again, I stuck with all Marvel Legends. Now, originally this figure was actually a Toy Biz Spider-Man Classics release, just with a different head sculpt. This is the same body as the McFarlane style Spider-Man, and what really makes the McFarlane style Spider-Man McFarlane style is that head sculpt and the way the eyes are. So this is pretty much that same body, but they added the web backpack or whatever you want to call it, and they put a different head sculpt on it, but it remains retain the same articulation. One of the best articulated figures ever, and that box set was just amazing. Every single figure in that box set was just out of this world. But Spider-Man is not only one of my favorite characters of all time, but this particular Spider-Man is one of my favorite figures of all time, man. Just a great all-around figure. Some people don't really like this head sculpt. I love it. I think this figure is amazing from top to bottom. Amazing articulation. You can get this guy into just about any pose that you want. Plus the web backpack there is removable. You don't have to leave that on if you don't want to. But this is just an all-around excellent figure. Great figure. One of my favorites of all time and my all-time favorite Marvel Legends. So there you have it.